Hello, good day, viewers. My name is Eugene Quaye, and today we are talking about the past. Does it really matter? Well, stay tuned as we discuss more. And this is JKMMV, which is all about motivation and versatility. Catch you.
Why some people are impatient.
And that doesn't help us become confident in the
day-to-day relationships.
Okay, so I welcome you once again to JKMMV. It's all about motivation and versatility. Today, like I said, we are talking about the past. And does it really matter? Well, every human being except baby being born today has a past. And it depends on individual. Some pasts are smooth, some pasts are bitter. Some is rough, and some it's a memorable one, some you wouldn't even want to remember it at all. But I believe there's one thing the past would have taught us all, whether we choose to learn it willingly or we choose to learn it by force. There's one thing the past would have taught us, and I believe that thing becomes an experience. Now, the past, as we all know, is something that has occurred just a minute ago, like I just spoke. Welcome, it was just in the past. But the past, as I said, is something that has just happened some minute ago, as we may all take it. A minute, a day, a week, a month, and so on. And then, as we go through the past, sometimes when we are going through the past, at the time of the past, it is our present. And we don't know what lies in it and other things. But after going through that period, which now becomes our past, I believe we learn something which, when we are moving on in our lives, we begin to use it as a guideline, a yardstick. We begin to use it as a direction to help us put things in place. An example, some people have worked. They've worked for years and all those things. The moment they started working, they didn't know how the work was going to be and all those things. But all these things is their present at the time they were working. And now after some few years, it becomes their experience, it's their past. So when you're applying for a job, they'll tell you, we need someone with 2 years experience, we need someone with 3 years experience. What they're trying to say is that someone who has worked in the past for over 2 years on this certain area. You understand? And that is an example. And also looking at people's lives, sometimes in relationships, sometimes in our daily activities and all these things. We meet people, we have encounters with them, and these encounters become our past. Like I said, it could be memorable or not. Now, if after going through your past, or after going through your past which was present at then, and now you are moving on in life and you meet similar encounter, I believe, per my perception, and I don't know if you would agree with me, I believe that after you have gone through this experience and all those things, you should be able to use it to decide, to know how to do certain things, to know how to approach certain situations. Because like they say, there's nothing new under the sun. Everything that is happening under the sun is a repeated thing. It has happened in the past and it's happening again. But the part that is most interesting is that what we have learned from the past, and if we decide to use it well, it helps us as we are going through the same phase again. So now, does the past really matter? It does. The past really matters a lot. And when you don't use the past as an experience in your present, then honestly, you've not learned anything from the past. Then I believe you just have to go back. Just as the world is round, it goes round and it comes round. If you don't learn anything from the past, it will keep on repeating itself again. You will still be encountering whatever you met in the past again and again and again, until you have learned from your past and you have built your experience from the past. So if it's to encounter again, if you are to encounter it again, or it's to happen again, you realize that no, I've met this phase before. So last time I chose this option, it didn't go well for me. So then I'm going to choose this option. Then you try something new. By so doing, you end up breaking the chain. Because there are some ladies, yes, a guy has proposed to you, you went out with this guy, you chose this guy, you went out with this guy. He has been, excuse me to say, he hasn't been the best of person you were looking for. He disappointed you and all those things. You meet a similar guy with same character, with same attitude, with same what do I say? With the same outfit. He's doing the same thing again. Then you are like, oh, let's still keep on this relationship. No, so which means you haven't learned anything from your past. But apart from that, if you meet a certain guy who is the same character as your previous guy, is the same attitude as your previous guy, then you decide, since you have learned from your past, you decide to put in some certain measures so not to repeat what happened in your past. And apart from that, it also applies in our relations, not only with relationships, not only with our encounters. It also applies with how we do certain things. I had a mate back in the university. He went through the university first year in Legon. He realized that no, this is not what he wanted. So that was his experience. Then he decided to choose another program. Then he switches from Legon and comes to the university to come and do an engineering program. And then as he's studying the engineering program, so far as he has been in the university before, he has spent a year in the university. Now he knows how the university life is, at least he has had a taste. So this guy is able to use his past in the university to help him control, manage, and aside that, carry himself on campus. So his second time in the university, he was not having much of a problem. And that is what we are talking about, using your past to help you predict, to help you put things in place so your future comes right. Well, I also happened to encounter a friend. He had a nasty past, excuse me for my language. He had a nasty past. He did a lot of bad things in the past, and in fact this guy was really at his worst during his past. And now this guy wants to turn over and start a new life. He wants to make things right. He wants to correct things. But then realize that that is where the problem comes. First, this guy has made the initiative. He's realized that his past was not good. He wants to start a new life. He wants to make things right. But then people are still holding it against him. Oh, this guy, where you see, oh, he's this, that's what he used to be, and that is what he's doing. I see, we human beings always are quick to judge. That is not the best. Sometimes people have made mistakes in their past. Because yes, we are all growing. There's a saying that everyone has been a kid before, but no one has been an adult. Because the oldest person, we still can't even tell the oldest person, because we are still all living up to a certain age. Some cross that age and they still keep on going. So you can't tell the oldest person, but you can tell the youngest person. So then you realize that as this person has had this past experience, which is not pleasant and all those things, firstly, I believe we should give that person the opportunity to exhibit, okay, yes, I have changed. After we have given him or her that opportunity to exhibit that, okay, yes, I have changed, so I want to make things right. Then we monitor the person. Because when you decide to change from your past ways to start a new life, first, we have to give you that opportunity. Prove to us, okay, you've changed, okay. Now, after you've proved to us, now you monitor the person to see how consistent the person is going to be. Because when you go to a lot of these institutions that are helping people turn away, an example, turn away from drugs, some turn away from hard drugs and all these things, you realize that first, they give them the opportunity to exhibit and prove it to them that, yes, okay, I've quit smoking, I've quit taking in cocaine, I've quit taking in weed and all these things. Now, after I've quit taking in all these things, so I've proven to you that now I've changed. Okay, now how consistent is my change going to be? So after a month, I'm not smoking. After a year, I'm not smoking. After 2 years, I'm not smoking. Then you would have realized my consistency. Oh, okay, it's been a year, he hasn't smoked. It's been 2 years, he hasn't smoked. It's been 3 years and still counting. And still, he's not craving to smoke and all this. And then which means you can confirm and you can back it that finally this person has changed. If somebody has had a bad past, we try, talk to the person has changed, and it's deep down from the person's heart, the person has changed. Now, why don't we welcome the person and help the person on the path of righteousness, or on the path of doing the right thing? So as we help the person, we watch and monitor the person's consistency, and by so doing, we realize that everything is good. Because even all those who are doing good things, once a while or once somewhere along the line, they do something bad, but then they come back to their right path. So you see, even the ones who are doing good, they are not 100% consistent, but at least their consistency is good enough for you to know that, oh yes, they are doing something good. So I'll end here with my thought, and I'd like you to subscribe to JK MNV Motivation and Versatility, and please do pass your comment in the comment section. I'll be willing to reply your comments. Thank you very much.